For mental health of going through cancer is, I think for me, my age now, I'm 71, and basically growing up, cancer, so my formative years with cancer I could tell you right now, I can remember times when people died of it, and my mom and dad would be sitting, and as soon as they'd come sitting at the table, they'd say, "He died of the sea," and their voice would go down. And so, that's been my experience, and many men my age may have that reluctance because of the way it was described in my growing years it was so devastating, and there was no hope. And I guess one of the reasons doing this is I believe there's hope. I really believe there's an opportunity for men. What I've said through this, that we are living in a wonderful era and a great time. So the hope of discussing and having mental health is, I think it's very critical, because I think how we approach attitude to me is everything in life, and the attitude of one of openness and one of conveying your thoughts to other people is very important. I've always looked at that as being important. And mental health, if you don't discuss it with somebody, most people have fear. They may not recognize it, but we all have fear. And fear of cancer equals death in many cases in their experience. But I'm here to say that really isn't the whole truth. The whole truth is we're going to die, but the reality is that my life has been longer now by coming up 4 years as a result of a brachytherapy. So there's a wonderful opportunity, but if you isolate yourself and you go inside yourself and you keep thinking about those kind of questions, and nobody's there to help you through that abyss, if you want to call it, you do need somebody to talk to, and somebody to lay your feelings on the line with. A friend. I personally have a spouse. I have good friends, but with men friends, we joke, and we have a way of letting off our feelings in a different way. Like I said, well, put your popcorn next to my crotch, and we'll have a whole popcorn. But people understand. Men understand what that means. That means that he's had a brachytherapy, and we sort of joke in a good way. It's black humor, I guess, if you want to call it. Whereas getting that sometimes doesn't alleviate the total feeling that you have. There's only few people that can really get to the gut of the feeling. And I think if you can't find somebody, I think a professional, counseling, there's many people, social services at the cancer agencies, support groups. I think support group is probably one of the best, because you'll hear stories that you aren't the only one, and it's just not all about you. There's other people in the world that are going through this suffering and the treatments, and so to me it just makes sense. To me, that's one of the biggest components of brachytherapy or any therapy of cancer is you have to talk to somebody, a counselor, a friend, a spouse, to deal with the issues, because then you can really start to be healthy mentally. And I think being healthy mentally helps you physically. I really believe that the attitude will reflect on maybe sometimes the disease, and you have some involvement of you're not a victim. I'm never seen myself as a victim of a disease. Why me? It just was, and that's it.